Yo, what's up, jazz guitar friends? Larry Tamanini here. Jazz guitar under 5 minutes. Hey, I took so long playing through that tune. I guess I might go over the 5 minutes, but that's okay. Hey, check it out. Larry Tamanini, LT Jazz Guitar, joined by my good friend Hershey the dog, sacked out by the dulcet tones, apparently. Anyways, you just heard me playing through Body and Soul. Written by Johnny Green, songs from 1930, 95-year-old tune. You know, I hear a lot of people describe this as a really difficult song. And is this a difficult song? Is it just in D flat? What's really going on here? So here's my little song tutorial. Now, before we really talk about the melody, I think it's really important to understand the chords. And pretty much that's what I'm going to talk about. So check it out, a few things that we're going to talk about before we jump into this tune. Number one, it is a 32-bar AABA song form, right? 8-bar A, 8-bar second A, 8-bar bridge, 8-bar last A, right? Just like a lot of these standards. So that's our, that's our boundaries. Now, another thing that I like to do is kind of map out where this song moves. Now, if we're doing this song in key of D flat, it starts on a 2, but really it goes up to D in the bridge and then it goes down to C. So this song kind of has an A section that's in D flat and the bridge goes from D to C. That's pretty interesting, right? I don't know too many tunes that go up a half step and then down a half step. I know Joy Spring goes up a half step, but it doesn't go down. So that's something to keep in mind, right? So let's talk about this A section. Now, if you really want to learn this song, you really want to play along with me now, it'd be a great time to grab your guitar, Few things like we said, 32 bar AABA tune, right? It's in D flat, we're starting on R2. Now check it out. I like to go a little fast at first, but check, this song starts on the 2. In this case, it's an E flat minor, right? And then I'm gonna go to my B flat, it's my 5 of my 2, and I go back to my 2, and then back to the 5, right? And I have a 1, 4, 3, 6 turnaround. A lot of people play this as a diminished, that's cool. And then I'm gonna end up going back to my 2. A lot of people wanna go down to this with a D flat in the bass, 2, 5 of the 6. And then I have this, right, B flat, E flat, right? That's almost like 5 of 5, 2 to 5 to 1. So let's go through that again because it's gonna happen again, all right? So I got that E flat to the 5 of my 2, back to the 1. And now I have my 1, 4, 3, 6 in D flat, right? And then I go back to my 2, walk down to the C minor, right? 2, 5 of my 6, and I have my 6, 5 of 5, 2, 5, 1. Now for my bridge, it has a little 2, 5 walking me up a half step to the D. All right, so let's pause it right there. So is this song that hard, right? It kind of starts on my 2, goes to the 5 of the 2, pivots back to the 5 of the 1. I have a 1, 4, 3, 6, right? And then I end up back at my 2. This time when I go back to my 2, I'm doing a little whole step to my 2, 5 of the 6. And then there we go. There's that 6 to the 5 of 5, 2, 5, and then the 1. So isn't that the song is hard? I mean, like if I was gonna do this in like another key, like a really comfortable guitar key, like maybe let's just say I was doing it in G, I knew that my 2 is going to be my A minor. And then goes back to the 5 of the 1, right? And I finally get to my 1 here, right? And then I get back to the 2. And there's that little kind of whole step to the 2, 5 of the 6. And then here's that 6, 5 of 5, 2, 5, 1, right? And then there'd be that half step taking me up. Now let's go back to our original key of D flat, right? Like, okay, you know, it can be kind of tricky to think in a couple different keys. But to be honest, you know, I see so many really good jazz educational videos on YouTube. A lot of them have like those graphics that come up like your John Nash in A Beautiful Mind. Let's go inside the mind, right? There's no John Nash moment that's going to happen. Time's not going to slow down. You're not going to see the blackboard with all the equations, the 2, 5 going to the 1, right? You got to be able to pick this up on the spot. You're not going to have a lot of time sometimes to process it. So you try to make it as clear as possible, right? Really, really define what we're doing. And like I said, if we're playing this tune in D flat, we have this 2, 5 a half step up, right? And I have a little walk up. Kind of sounds like Joy Spring, right? Have this 4 minor, 2, 5, and then it's, I like to get the open strings. Gotta do the Pat Metheny quote every time, right? I love those parallel fifths. Gets me every time. Right, so wow. After playing in D flat and pretty much just playing off my 2 going to my 1 and then my 2 going to my 6, taking me back to my 1. Now I'm in D. And now I'm kind of going up the jazz escalator. Bebop. Right? 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Right? Finally have some time. Now what happens? Now that 1 becomes the 2. And and I'm going down a whole step. But it's just a 2-5-1-6, right? Designed to take me back to this 2. But this time, this C again is going to kind of take me down to my 5 of my 2. Really important, right? Even though I'm in D flat, I'm not always going to resolve to my 5 of D flat, especially if it starts on a 2, right? I got to always think ahead where I'm going. Right, here we are, right? 5 of the 2. There's that 2, and then I have this. Right? Sometimes I like to play a dominant chord there, and then we have that final walk down. Right? Right, there it is. That's the tune. That's Body and Soul. Really doesn't move around too much except for when you get to the bridge. It's deceptively tricky because it's in a weird key, but it doesn't move that much. But the bridge, even though it goes to a comfortable key, it kind of moves way more. It's kind of how some of these standards are. So, all right, jazz guitar friends, if you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I certainly appreciate it. So does Hershey. Thanks for hanging out. Keep swinging. Hope you can use some of this information. Bebop. Bye.